Yo guys, what's going on? It is your guy Nick from Run the Foot Market. Today guys, I'm going to bring you guys a video basically just preparing you guys for Scream. If you don't know what Scream is, Scream came out today. This is the Ultimate Scream team on the left, that's what it is, and it's cut out a little bit on the right, but I just wanted to fill the other side. And they get a boost, so they're going to get a boost I think from the 29th to the 1st or the 28th to the 1st, in which all of their card stats are going to go up like crazy. But it's only going to be a 3-day boost, but EA said that they are going to actually boost these cards through at spooky times throughout the year, which means that they're going to be more usable in terms of an investment, because at some points through the year, like, there's a Friday the 13th in April, maybe they will boost their card stats for that day or something like that. So once they go out of packs, they're going to be a good card to keep in your club when this whole promotion is over, and that's kind of where my head is at, picking up some of those when that happens. But we're going to talk into kind of a lot of people are wondering when to buy these cards, kind of when to invest, what to expect from these cards, what do they even mean, and I'm going to go over that in this video. Basically guys, these cards are obviously Scream cards. It's a whole Halloween kind of promotion thing, which is around the corner. It's in about 10 days from now. They put them out around now just to get them on the market, and today guys, you saw a huge market crash because a lot of people spam packed. There was the first promos of the year, a lot of supply was put onto the market, and nobody was really buying today, so it was just a mess. Now the market, by the time I make this video, is starting to recover. If you listen to me, I said just don't sell with everyone. The market will recover tonight, and it's starting to recover right now. And these Scream cards are really starting to settle in price now. You can see there's a lot of each one on the market. If you look, there's a ton of pages, and they're really starting to settle. I haven't noticed much of a change in price or value when I looked at them now compared to 3 hours ago. So for me, that tells me that they're starting to kind of settle at this price. And the lowest Scream card available right now is 25 to 30k, I believe. You can't really get it under that. There's some reasoning behind that. So the reasoning behind that, guys, is there was multiple SBCs. I think there was 3 SBCs they released in the Scream promotion last year, in which they actually required Scream cards for that SBC to complete it. So there was a Cam Payet. They had a left mid Payet last year as a Scream card, but they made a Cam Payet Scream card, which is a big position change, and people will pay the big bucks for. The cheapest Scream cards actually went up in value because I think you needed 5 Scream cards for that SBC. So here's my advice to you guys: pick up a Scream card or 2 if you can get them. I would say in the 22, 23, 24, 25 or under range. I'm gonna probably look into buying some. Now that might not be an exact price point. If they drop a lot overnight, then maybe you wait it out a little bit, but I would say during events like Squad Battle Rewards on Sunday nights, or anytime there's a promo, make sure you're trying to snipe or on open bid trying to get the cheapest Scream card, whatever it is, for cheap, because it will go up a lot for these specific SBCs that will be coming out in the next week, because they will put them out during the week most likely. There was one SBC today which was very low-key, like didn't require anything, so nothing really in my mind to worry about there. But yeah, if you can get your hands on, like, if the Bender, if the 83 Bender goes to, like, let's say like 25k, then maybe he's a look for you. Just as it's a pretty no-risk investment, because he's going to get a big boost eventually. He could definitely be used for the SBC. Now, just a thing I want to put out there, like a disclaimer. Now, looking last year at all the SBCs that required Scream cards, none of the SBCs had a rating over 81 or 80, I believe. I think the Payet was like an 80 rated. What does that mean for me? It means that the ratings on these Scream cards don't really matter. So you're just going to be looking at buying the cheapest ones, in my opinion, and that's kind of the way to go. I'm expecting price fluctuations with these cards throughout the weekend and into next week. And right now, what I want to go do, guys, is I want to go look at some trends of old Scream cards from last year and kind of see what they did and what makes sense. So guys, they're going to get this boost, I think, this year. It's set on the 29th, which would be on Sunday. So they're going to get a boost on next Sunday to next Tuesday, which is weird because last year I think they did it for the whole weekend league. But I'm going to go back and we're going to go look at some of the Scream cards that were in last year's Scream team and watch the trends and see what happened last year with them, and what they did when they were in packs and through the whole promotion. So guys, I want to start off with a lower kind of average Scream card from last year's Scream team, which was Mario Balotelli. He's an 80 rated, and what I want to go do with you guys is I want to look at his trend and kind of see what went on last year on both consoles. So as you can see, there's a huge correlation between the trend on both consoles. Basically, it looks like the same thing happened. He comes out on a Friday, he's expensive, he goes down on Saturday, goes down on Sunday. I'm kind of expecting these cards to keep going down a little bit through this weekend. So that's why I'm not advising anybody to really buy. I'm expecting them to, I think they're going to continue to go down a little bit the more they get packed. People are going to spam packs this whole weekend and try to get Scream cards. It's the first big promo of the year. And what you see is that kind of on Monday, like, he reaches a low point, and then people start buying up in the week, because people are buying, guys, in the thought that they're going to get their boost last year on a Friday. 62 on Monday, he goes all the way up to 71 on Thursday night, and then he goes down to 55 on Friday. So it doesn't really make sense, because you're thinking, wow, he's getting his boost on that Friday. Why would he go down 20K or 15K? For me, it makes sense, because everyone goes and panic sells that card right when he's about to get a boost. It's inflated, it's overvalued, and in turn it crashes. You know, this is even last year. So this year we all know that there's going to be like SBCs and things like that. If you see if you see a card continue to go down a lot in the next few days, it might be worth picking up, because EA is they're gonna find a way to make these Scream cards useful. They're not gonna just sit here and let them keep going down. They're gonna make sure to take full advantage of their promotion and put SBCs to require them and stuff like that. So, and then as you see, he's panic sold like crazy. The weekend ends, he's at his lowest, and then he recovers actually a little bit, whether it was an SBC or just a recovery. I'm pretty sure it was probably an SBC. And then he really drops down again. I think it was for an SBC. It looks like the SBC last year might have come at the end of the weekend. I don't know, to maybe neutralize. But you see, there's the main point I want to show you from the graph of Mario Balotelli and talk about a lot within the Scream team is that people last year, they really, what they did was they tried to predict, like what was going to happen on that Friday. So as you see here, like he comes out Payet 258, he goes cheapest on Monday or Tuesday, and then he goes back up through the week a little bit, and then he drops like crazy on Friday. Even though he's getting his boost on that Friday, he's going to drop like crazy, which is crazy. Look, he drops a ton. So guys, let's also go look at a guy like Felipe Luis, who last year was another one of those kind of players that was, you know, really one of the better players from the Scream team. So if we go look at him, and this is just kind of a zoomed out graph. I don't really want to zoom in all the way, because you can just kind of get the concept. Highest on Friday, lowest on Monday. It goes up through the week, then crashes kind of on Thursday, Friday morning. He's down just like every single other one. So there's this common trend, guys, where these cards are really going down. Last year at least, this has been the trend that we're looking at on here, that all these cards are going down right before they get their boost, because a lot of people invest for that time and then they all sell on each other even though the card gets upgraded. So that's just another tip to keep in mind for this year, and another way to get ahead of every other investor. Let's take a look at the Scream team on the screen here. As we do with every team of the week, I'll kind of go across. Now, Peter Crouch, Boateng, Bartra, all these guys right here. Now, these four right here, these are going to be your cheaper end ones, and these are ones you guys should look when they get to a certain value, which right now they're still the high 35s, which is too much for me in my opinion. But if they drop like overnight and they keep dropping, and Sunday night they drop a lot, then maybe you should pick them up, because last year it looks like on Sunday night and Monday they were cheapest, and then they go up in the week, just as a general trend. And I think for me that makes sense, because I don't know if there's going to be an SBC in the next 2 days where they're going to be requiring Scream cards. I think they're going to hold those SBCs till a little bit later in the week, because they want to drag this event out. So that's just something to keep in mind with those guys. Clivert is one that I would definitely like. You definitely want to look to maybe look at how rare he is. Maybe he's one that you may want to invest in, because he's one of those silvers that's super rare, and a lot of people just, there's hype around this card. So I would definitely just kind of look into that card and see, maybe if he goes pretty cheap by the end of the week, then maybe he's a good look. Because I remember like Emre Moore last year, when he went out of packs, he was a bronze 64. He was crazy good. He went up a ton when he went out of packs. So just something to keep in mind there. Quadrado, Pulisic, Sturridge, Musonda, Delafeu, Kovacic, and Sacco. All going to be your 82, 83s. Obviously, like Kovacic, Quadrado, and maybe Sturridge. Those guys are going to be a little bit more expensive. Delafeu as well. Obviously, all these guys are going to be insane with their boosts. Again, the same kind of memo with them. Like, just if they get to like a 20K range, then it might be a good look, because at some point, guys, these Scream cards for me are going to be needed in SBC. And then with the starting 11 guys, like, it is what it is. Like the Khedira, the Company, the Perisic. Now, I want to talk about the Perisic really quick, because the Perisic is a position change, and that's what I really like to see. This is a card I will be investing in. I don't know when, because I don't like him at 200. But I think if he goes like 140, 150, I'm going to look to invest in him, because position changes are huge. And I remember last year he had an 87 cam card, and it was so sought after. Everyone wanted it, so that's something I'm really looking at. Ribery is going to be a good investment, because he actually, I think he tore his ACL like a week or two ago in a game, so he's not going to get an inform for the rest of the year. So this will be his best card in FIFA 18. So as sad as that is, it's something to keep in mind that if he drops down to a price that we like, he may be a good buy because you don't have to worry about other informs, and it's going to be his best card throughout the year. Obviously, Ozil has a nice card. Benzema, I don't know if Benzema is going to get informs this year. You know, I don't know how many. He usually gets 1 per FIFA, so he's probably a good look in terms of an investment. Company as well. I don't really know if companies get too many informs. This card will get informs. Carrasco, I would stay away from. The Bender Bros, I believe, I don't know which one of these guys is a position change, but one of them is a position change. So that's something to look at, and you got to understand that they're going to be a perfect link, so that might be something to look at before they go out of packs. And besides that, like literally, obviously it's not the most sick Scream team we've ever seen, but it's exciting. Guys, I'm going to have coverage with SBCs, all that on this channel for the next few weeks. Just as a last memo, I would say the market is recovering right now. I'm expecting it to go up tonight and tomorrow, and then I'm expecting it to go back down on Sunday when people are panic selling and thinking that team of the year is coming Monday. So expect that. Expect Sunday night and Monday to be good times to buy, maybe pick up some Scream cards, and maybe pick up cards in general. I would say do your best to stay liquidated. If you have team of the week informs, just kind of, not from this team of the week but others, make the decision if they go up a lot tonight or tomorrow, maybe you want to get out. Otherwise, just keep holding on, guys, and make sure everybody in this video, whoever watched this, make sure you guys are liquidated before Black Friday, which is around November 20th, I think. Make sure within the next month, I would say 2 to 3 weeks, make sure you get liquidated, sell everything in your club, because there's going to be a very big market crash come Black Friday, which there is every year, and that's something you want to look out for, and we're going to get into that. I'll start putting out a video for that, I think, when the Scream promotion ends or towards the end of it, to start keeping you guys up to date with what that all means, because I know I get a lot of questions about that on my Twitter. So appreciate you guys watching. If you guys enjoy, make sure you guys drop the like. I hope I could help you with the Scream stuff, just kind of understanding everything. Obviously, I'm not buying yet. I haven't bought one single Scream card yet. I'm waiting for them to kind of settle. They're very unpredictable right now. The market's upside down, so we're just kind of waiting for the market to settle a little bit, and then we're going to kind of go in and look really hard at some of these Scream cards. But that's kind of how I feel about this. The position changes are crazy good just in terms of an investment when they go out of packs, and other than that, your main investments in here are going to be the basically every Scream card that's closest to discard, which none of them are even in the 10 to 20 range right now. So we're kind of waiting to see if they drop down a little bit. Appreciate you guys all watching, and I'm out, boys. Peace.